is ultimately a business decision and a business risk. What concerns me even more is that the discussion often focuses on OPA's property rights, while overlooking the property rights of everyone who already lives here. The residents of Inola are private property owners. We are cattle ranchers, hay producers, dairy farmers, beekeepers, small business owners, homesteaders. We have invested generations of work into our land. Property rights do not include the right to damage someone else's property. I have the right to use my land, but I do not have the right to dump waste onto my neighbor's land or destroy their livelihood. Likewise, no company should have the right to impose harmful emissions onto neighboring farms, ranches, and homes. If this project prevents local families from safely raising livestock, growing crops, or enjoying their property and homes, then their rights should matter too. Protecting those rights is one of the town's most important responsibilities. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, number 2.
I apologize. I went to school in Kansas, so maybe my number's a little messed up. I will be very quick because I'm really starting to regret signing up for all the ones that I did.
You got about 10 more.
I
here.
know I got 10 more, even after everyone leaves. I just wanted to reiterate something that Trevor said, which I think is a really key point. It goes to what Larry's question was, which is all of these letters, even from the president, they all are acting like you already have the seat at the table. They're saying, don't stop this, approve this, approve this, approve this, when what they're trying to stop is you getting the seat at the table. I don't see any reason that this council wouldn't want that clear authority, because we can be treated like we have a say until it actually matters. This gives you that driver's seat. So that's all I wanted to say. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Okay, if you have the orange dot and you're number 3.
All right, thank you, Mayor and trustees, for having us. My name is Stephen Flathers, and I'm a rancher just southeast of Inola, raising grass-fed Angus and Longhorn. Fittingly, as the mascot of the great school we're sitting in, I ask that we either don't proceed with this project and pass the moratorium to investigate further, or proceed in a manner that will allow our Longhorns to continue thriving here in the hay capital of the world and the home of the Inola Longhorns. I had a much more organized bit put together, but had to throw that out to address some of the other points that came up during public comment. I'm hearing a common message from supporters of this project, urging us not to slow this down. If 6 months makes or breaks this deal, I question how solid of a deal this is. We have folks telling us we need to start producing here. We already are. There are 4 smelters operating today between Alcoa and Century, and the general speaking earlier was straight up lying about primary suppliers. Canada is our largest supplier, followed by the US and the UAE. Russia makes up less than 6% of the entire global supply of aluminum. The appeal the US Department of War representative made is the weakest type of appeal, emotional. We can't make these decisions emotionally. We need time for actual, independent, third-party analyses of soil, water, and grass around the existing facilities of Century. And if OPA and EGA oppose that, that's all I need to know. With 3 domestic plants having closed in the US in the last 4 years, primarily due to the cost of electricity, we can't just now be realizing we need to fix this. This isn't an emergency, but it is a need. We can spare 6 months to make sure this is the right approach. 6 months won't mean that Oklahoma is not open for business. All this new smelter is doing is restoring almost exactly the capacity we lost due to the rising operating cost of existing smelters. These 1,000 new jobs we're toting are not new. These are relocations of jobs lost in Missouri, Washington, and Kentucky, but at a far more expensive cost to taxpayers than other options. As stated before, we are not at all reliant on adversarial nations for our supply. Those speaking in favor are those who seek to benefit directly and financially, and not one of them lives locally to this project today. Naturally, they're a little beholden to those who have funded their tours to the UAE. Only those who benefit directly indicate this will run cleanly. They have not proven any evidence that it will. They indicate we must do this or our kids will have no opportunities. I disagree. Everyone is capable of creating the opportunities they desire. I'd like to jump to a May 2025 publication from the Aluminum Association that outlines options to restore lost production capacity. They've been on top of this issue, and they've been looking into how we can fix this. There are towns already adjusted to this industry. And on the topic of capacity, one question I've not had answered is what percentage of this new aluminum will be exported back out of the country? I doubt 100% of that aluminum stays here, but I guarantee 100% of the emissions will stay. The option to restart an idled smelter and restore 600 tons of capacity is around $300 to $500 million, a far lower investment than this, and that is per the Aluminum Association of America.
Thank you,
Thank you.
sir. Okay, number 6, discussion, consideration, and possible action to go into executive session for confidential communications between the Inola Town Council and its attorneys concerning possible legal action against the town relating to the proposed ordinance adopting a moratorium related to manufacturing heavy uses and other heavy industry development in the town's industrial heavy district and other matters related to the proposed aluminum plant. Number 2, the notice of violations of the Oklahoma Open Matters related to the, Open Meeting Act and Local Development Act demanded to cease and desist, demand to clear actions null and void, demand for publication of reverting records, and notice of intent to sue and seek emergency energy relief sent to the town of Inola by Ron Durbin on January the 2nd, 2026, with the advice of its attorney, determining that a closure would seriously impair the ability of the town of Inola to respond to the possible legal actions or proceedings in the public interest as authorized by 2506, Section 307, B-4. I'm going to make a motion at this time to go into executive session. What time is it, please?
I'll second that.
It's, what time? It's 9:28.
Darlene made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason? Yes. Mark?
Yes.
Dan? Yes. Darlene?
Yes. Mr. Knight, would you do me a big favor? Would you come up here and sing for a while?
It just kind of gives them. That makes sense?
Okay. I'm going to go to number 7. I'm gonna make
Go back. Go ahead.
discussion, consideration, possible action to return from executive session. I'm going to make that motion at 11:17 to return to
I'll
from
second.
executive session.
Darlene made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason? Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to adopt ordinance 2026-06, declaring a moratorium or on all permits, approvals, entitlements, and physical or administrative advancements of construction of facilities within the industrial heavy district under the Town of Inola zoning ordinance requiring Board of Trustees approval prior to advancement of same, providing authority, findings, and expectations, and an effective date.
Okay, I want to kind of speak on this a little bit. One, it's a huge frustration to all of us. I understand, our zoning is not as strong in some areas as it needs to be. And I understand that property owners have rights too. I know that there's been a lot of stuff touted that this was due to national security and we didn't want to be relying on foreign countries. Well, the reason that this is allowed to go forward in Inola is because the ore is mined 7,000 miles away in another country. So I think that you're still relying on a foreign country. But I don't know that we have the authority to stop the smelter. We do have, I think, maybe the ability to ask that concerns be addressed. And so the moratorium in a smaller version would allow us to address those. Either way, we're going to get dogpiled. I mean, either way, the port's going to pound us or the citizens are going to pound us. I mean, we don't have a lot of choices. I think we can ask for a seat at the table from the port, and if they're truly, them and Century Aluminum, and are really willing to work with us and address our concerns and what we see, then they shouldn't fight this. I mean, it's tough. We've been back there and we've heard all their options, and none of them are good. None of them is good for the town. And unfortunately, if this comes down to a battlefield, everybody that lives out in the county, you're not going to pay for this. We are inside the city limits. We're the ones that's going to get pounded. I mean, you look at what happened to the county when over the rock quarry up north several years ago, and they wound up with a $30 million judgment against the county, I believe, and it wound up on everybody's property taxes for years and years to pay for that judgment because they didn't follow the rules. We don't have that option. We can't put it on property taxes. They're going to come after the town, okay? And we just don't have it. I mean, we're talking, I don't know, Tommy can interject here, the dollar amounts that we're looking at, but it is huge. But so the best thing that we can hope for is to try to have everybody's concerns addressed, and the port step back for a second and everybody else step back for a second, and let's all put our heads together and try to figure this out. I mean, that's all we can do. Well, but wait. If you listen to me, I'm not saying that I'm going to have a recommendation here in a minute, what my personal recommendation is, but it may not suit everybody in this room. I'm telling you, you have not seen what we faced, You can't go to the grocery store without somebody jumping you about the smelter, right? You can't go someplace else without being threatened to be sued by somebody else, right? So, huh? That's right, and I will try to make the best decision I can for the town of Inola. That's right, and I am one of those people.
Please, please,
Then you'll have to vote
Can
me
we-
out. That's all I can
can we
tell you.
let him finish?
So-
Can we be
So
respectful
anyway,
enough?
I got what I think ought to happen. I will give other people a chance to make their point across. I just chose to go first. That's just the way I am. So, I try to make this where everybody gets a little something, but we'll just have to take it at that, and I'll let.
Okay, before we go any further, there are 7 people down
Okay,
to make public comments on this agenda item. Okay? Ma'am, I can't help it. You signed the papers that you wanted to speak on this agenda item, and I'm going to give you the chance to do so. So if you're on the dark blue and you're number 1, you got 3 minutes to come up here and make your statement if you want it. Excuse me? I guess it's purple. I got glasses on. It's blue or purple. Looks purple. On this agenda item is what you'll be speaking on, is on this agenda item.
Number 8, right?
Number 8 is what
Okay.
your comment is on.
Yes. Unfortunately, it seems like my comment should have been made before the executive discussion, but I'm gonna make it anyways. Half a year, 6 months, roughly 180 days. For a company who expects to be here for years, this is a pretty short amount of time to ask for a pause. So why do OPA and the TPA feel so concerned about the moratorium? It's just a little pause to make sure everything is done correctly. This, unfortunately, doesn't mean no smelter. It means a pause to make sure things are done appropriately. What big company wouldn't want to pause to win the public over and showing their legitimacy? In OPA's email to Mr. Dyer, they say how the White House, the Department of War, the Department of Homeland Security is backing it. You know who they didn't say is backing it? The citizens of Inola. Today, Trump said that there are 20 other sites that they could choose. I would bet at least one of those other sites previously had an aluminum plant and is already well adjusted around it. And as others had mentioned, it would be cheaper for them to restart at that plant. Anyways, I wanted to thank you for accommodating the larger crowd so quickly. I'm sure when y'all took your positions on the board, you never expected anything like this. Your citizens have consistently told you how they feel about this. It isn't us versus you. We want to be able to support you. Please pass the moratorium. We are ready to stand by you. Do the right thing by your citizens. Thank you.
Number 2.
I really was hoping not to use this 3 minutes. Dan, I appreciate you going first. That's the hardest spot. That's really beneficial that they kind of did that, and now we get to speak right after you did. Sorry, you had to do first. One thing you said stuck out to me. You referenced service corps. That's the Rogers County judgment that they lost as Rogers County. That was a rezoning. It wasn't temporary, had nothing to do with a temporary study, had nothing to do with a temporary pause. It was a rezoning of an existing zoning agreement that already had something built. Unless I'm mistaken, from all of these folks that came up here and talked, OPA does not own that land. The Tulsa Port Authority still owns that land. And the last time that I saw anything about the cities suing each other, I don't think that's something that really happens. When you have an AG that's already filed an injunction against this, and you have an attorney general who would be on your side. I don't love the initial toning of how this is sounding. This sounds like we're giving up. I don't see that we've gotten to that point. This is a temporary moratorium. If they sue you, you have every single person that lives here with you on your side. And I know we're not in the town limits. I wish that I had bought a house in the town limits so I could vote and I could be there and I could help you all. But we are still here. Hell, it's 11 o'clock at night and we're still here with all of you who are doing an insane amount of work. And you are saying to try to give everybody their piece. If you don't take this piece, there is absolutely nothing that prevents them from saying, thanks, we're going to see you down the line, have fun with the open comment period, that's all you get. That doesn't make any sense to give that up right now. Take it. Take your seat instead of nicely asking them when they have no incentive to help us. I appreciate all you guys have done. This has been a heck of a drag right now through this. I really, really hope that the threats that have been showed as the opposite side are not enough to stop you from coming for us, for the people that live here in the county, in here, your neighbors, all of us, because none of us are saying stop the thing. Honestly, none of us have. We're saying pause. And instead of trying to do this at 11 o'clock at night, do it over the next 60 days. Do it over the next time period you have. And it's really rough to kind of hear that initial talk. I mean, it sucks. It sucks for all of us who aren't paid to be here. So I'll leave you with that. Thank you.
Thank you. Number 3, please. Thank you. Number 4, please.
I had a whole thing written. At 11:29, I just want to throw it all out. I think I want to speak as a human being to who I see before me as other human beings with human reason, with human intellect, with human will, with the desire to do the good, to pursue the true, the beautiful, what's right, what's just, what's prudent. The singular linchpin in this entire argument, what has kept me here, my baby's back home, till 11:30 at night. The effects this will have on our children. Thank you. I can't get past the polished suits, the polished smiles, the polished words. Thank you for coming. We don't believe you. Until I speak as a wife, a mother, a registered nurse, a farmer, an educator to my children, a human being. Until one of you can tell me that 425 metric tons of hydrogen fluoride will not be a mile away from my family farm, from the lettuce deposited onto the lettuce my children will be eating, the cows we plan to harvest to feed my children's bodies, the land that we plan to give to our children, the future, what defense, what National Defense Department can claim security concerns when they are ready and willing to sacrifice the well-being of America's children. Farms, agriculture, families, the building block of society. That's why we're here at 11:30 p.m. We have heard every piece of data. I am not giving this up. I hear voices behind me, sighs of despair. I believe in each and every one of you that even now, whatever you discussed look into your heart and think about what's true, what's right, what's prudent, what's just, what's courageous, what's temperate, what's good. I appeal to you as a human being. Do what's good. Do it for my kids. What's safe. Do it for America, because America is about families. America is about children. The future of America is about children. Thank you.
Number 5, please.
Just a few short words. If we pass up this opportunity, all the town is left to do is ask and plead. If you take this opportunity, you still have the chance to push the smelter through. Or not, but you get the chance to look out for Inola residents. If my concerns around fluorosis on our cattle ranch can be addressed, and the smelter moves forward, I see that as a win. If it turns out it can't safely move forward, that's also a win, and we as a town, and you all as elected officials, also dodged a bullet. There is not strong precedent for any legal case against the moratorium. Inola deserves answers and truth about this project. Just one closing thought. If you choose to side with the port on this, they still won't have your back. If you side with us, we will, and we'll be the ones you're around town with once they step out of the picture. Please do the right thing, council.
Okay, number 6 has marked their name out. So the last one, number 7. Pass. Thank you. Okay, gentlemen.
Does anybody else want to say anything? I mean, up here, the board. Okay, well, this is what my thoughts are. I'm going to make a motion to adopt ordinance 2026-0-06, declaring a moratorium, but the ordinance will only be in effect for 60 days. So I'm also, the ordinance will be in effect for 60 days to allow the city and other parties to explore all options that we have. So basically, all we're going to do tonight is we're just going to pass a moratorium that will be in effect for 60 days. Then we can come back in 60 days and look at the whole thing, but it does give us a chance to start, just kind of freeze stuff and stand back and look and see what we've got and what our options are. The other options that we had on the table are far less than what this is. So my motion is to adopt the ordinance declaring a moratorium on the applications for the construction of any facility for 60 days and to readdress it in 60 days. Does that make sense? I'm tired.
So, Dan, I think the other comment that you talked about was holding off on the mandatory
Yes,
modification of the zoning ordinance tonight, but we
Yeah.
would explore that further.
right. That's what I'm saying.
In
is
that
the-
60-day
the
period.
moratorium would be for 60 days that allows us the option to explore all options, but for tonight, we're just going to place a moratorium in effect. It gives us the time to explore all of our options. It's what I can do. I mean, it's not giving in, it's what I can do. So does that cover?
Motion has been made on the floor. There's no more questions.
Somebody needs to second it. Does anybody want to second that motion?
I'll second that motion.
Dan made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Charlene?
Yes.
Me too.
Discussion, consideration, and possible action to take a short break in this meeting.
I'll make a motion, to take a short break.
I'll second that.
Dan made the motion, second by Darlene. Larry? Larry?
Short break.
Mark?
Yes.
We weren't here to talk about 60
Yes.
days. We were here to talk about a longer period
Yes.
of time.
Excuse me, sir. You're disrupting the meeting.
You just took a break, sir. I'm making a statement.
Lois, you get your honey up here and sing me a song. Did you sing while I was gone?
Whistle the whole thing, John Denver, it was great.
Are we ready? I'm going to make a motion that we come back from that short break at 11:50.
I'll second.
Darlene made the motion, second by Mark. Larry? Yes. Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Okay, gentlemen, I'm gonna do a little skipping ahead here. We're gonna go to agenda item number 16. Okay? Discussion, consideration, possible action to appoint 5 voting members from the community and 1 non-voting council member to serve on the Inola Community Accountable Review and Engagement Committee. Do I have anybody here that's...
That's you, though. That's yours.
Get up here. Where's Beth at?
All right, while they're hunting her.
Go ahead, Taff. Would you go get somebody to find her? Would you open that door? Thank you. Go ahead.
Thank you. Okay, so the applications were open. We had somewhere around 11 applicants, all very reasonable, very good people. One of my worries is that we was going to get some crazies, and I didn't. No crazies. All very heartfelt, good people. What Beth and I, we were asked to recommend 3. I know you guys can do whatever you want, so we just laid our 3 out there. Our approach was we wanted to bring tools, more knowledge, more capabilities to the meeting. So like, I'm an engineer, so, okay, we kind of got that covered. Almost everyone put agriculture as one of their skills that they bring, which, so, you know, that was all covered. So as far as varied skills, the ones we recommended was one, Carl Day. He was our only fireman that applied, for obviously reasons, you know, public safety and such. Then we had Erin O'Quinn. She was our only attorney. We was hoping to, and I know she can't render legal advice or anything, but still just having that brain on the committee we thought was important. And then the school. We wanted the school involvement, and I think the school kind of met and proffered up Wendy on the school board as kind of representing the school. And so those were the 3 that we submitted to you guys as the 3 that we recommend. Now, we understand there might be some applicants that we did not see. That was the only ones that went through the website that Beth had made up. So that's what
Can
I know
I
at this
ask, how many of those people live in the city limits?
point. Of my 3? No. So Carl's the only one that doesn't sleep within city limits. Oh. No one, I think. Yeah, no, nobody. None of those.
Okay.
I don't think we asked for addresses. We did? Do you know the answer? Would you like to stand right here?
And wasn't one of the stipulations was they had to live within the school district?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And, but Carl Day does not live in the school district.
The reason we went ahead and put him in, number one, he was the only fireman. But secondly, the spirit of that, I believe, why did you guys say that? Why did you say within the school district? Because you wanted people invested here.
Yes.
Carl owns many pieces of land. He's on our fire department. I felt like he was very invested and met the spirit of what you were intending with that.
Well, it says within the school district, and
School
so
district.
when we drew this up, I think we have to stay within our guidelines. So whoever is
Yeah.
on there has to be within that school district.
Okay. And his son goes to school at Inola School District.
Well, but you can go to school basically, I think, anywhere you want to in Oklahoma.
Yeah.
So I think we need to stay with what's in the school district.
Ultimately, it is your decision. We put forward who we felt was best. I think you guys have access to all the applicants.
I seem to not be able to get it to work.
Bummer.
Well, I've got,
In fairness to
Okay,
Danny, we sent.
can we do
I sent
this?
Yesterday.
I mean, let's stop here, okay? It is 5 minutes till midnight.
Thank you.
We are all tired. I'm gonna ask you to come back at our next meeting, okay, with whatever applicants on paper, okay? Show us where they live. I mean, are they in the school district? Are they in the, wherever, you know? And let's make our decision then. What do you all think?
Well, couldn't we approve Wendy and Aaron? Because they're in the school district.
yeah, I think we could go ahead and appoint it, because
I-
Taft, right, and Beth,
Yes,
and then,
and Wendy.
and Wendy
I'm-
and
I'm not-
Aaron. So I'm gonna make a motion that we go ahead and appoint Taft, Beth, Wendy, and Aaron O'Quinn to this right now, and then they can bring us back another applicant at the next meeting to fill the other positions.
Okay, I'll second that.
What about the non-voting council member?
I want to nominate Mark Redden.
I deny.
Well, all you are is, we talked about being Taft, talked about being a liaison between the committee and the board.
Okay. Well, I'm on the road quite a bit, so
Jason, is that something you would like to do? I'm going to make a motion to nominate Jason for that position.
I'm gonna second that.
okay.
Darlene made the motion, second by Dan. Larry?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes, thank you. Oh, well, you're okay.
My only comment, I signed up for this one, just to say, this is not the committee that I talked about. That still needs to be discussed later. You did pass it, but that's later down the line. I just wanted to clarify that.
Okay,
Separate and things.
you need to step outside because the door don't open back up, okay? Well, now that we've got what? We only got what? One more that we need?
One more. Do you want a paper copy of everyone who's applied who is and verified within?
No, I believe you. I believe you. You know, I believe you.
But Carl is not accepted based on how it's written.
Taft and I talked about amending the resolution to have, if you wanted a few more committee members.
Totally, but not yet.
Huh?
Totally, but not yet.
Well, no, but I mean, if you want that on the next agenda, let us know before we can have it on the agenda.
Right.
Okay,
And if you,
We're established, so we can work on that, yes.
good.
okay. Okay, let's go back. Agenda item number 10. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to adopt ordinance 2026-07 to allow the mayor or vice mayor to designate other places in town for regular meetings of the trustees when deemed necessary or appropriate.
So,
Tommy?
Yes, so the issue we faced last time, our ordinance actually requires all of our meetings be at town hall.
Mm-hmm.
It allows the mayor discretion to call an emergency meeting, or not just an emergency, a special meeting in the event of an emergency, I think. And so we don't have to jump through those hoops again if we decide, like the next meeting, for example, needs to be in here again. We don't have to have a special meeting to set this meeting. So I've drafted the ordinance to give you the power to, at your discretion, or the vice mayor in your absence, to specially, give notice, we're gonna have the next meeting at a specific location such as this one. So it's just to make it easier
Okay.
to
So
schedule
would that be
meetings.
something that has to be put on the agenda, or could we just say we're gonna have a big crowd in 2 weeks and after the meeting, or do we need to put that in the meeting before?
No, so the idea of this ordinance is to avoid that.
Okay,
If it, like last time we decided and it was too late, so we had a special meeting for that. So
So,
this would allow the mayor or the vice mayor to say, hey, it looks like we need to reschedule this one at the school.
okay, and
You
then
don't
what
have
kind
to,
of
it
notice
gives you
will we
power.
use? What kind of notice should we give for that?
Well, you
okay,
have to give you need to give 10 days notice.
Okay, that's
by the
what
Open
my,
Meeting
answers my
Act.
question.
okay, before we go anywhere with that,
I had just one question. So it came up in the last meeting because Durbin mentioned, as it was, as a violation of Open Meetings Act, you can't show the meeting to everybody. Should that ordinance include more strict language to say if we are violating Open Meetings Act, we must immediately act to resolve that, rather than just say it's at the discretion of we can decide to reschedule? I just didn't know if you wanted something more strict to say we must, if the meeting has breached the Open Meetings Act, we have to stop and then enact whatever this is to try to change the venue to fit or meet the
Yeah,
Open Meetings Act.
So one issue with that is we looked at this, I reached out to OML. I know that's when Mr. Durbin interrupted and said OML doesn't matter, but they do matter greatly in this world that we live in. General counsel says that's not a violation of the Open Meeting Act.
Okay.
And so that's what I was trying to explain, and that's why we proceeded. I mean, he can bring in a lawsuit and claim that, but general counsel is of the
Still
opinion
saying
that it's not. And I've talked to others, including Mr. Cross, who's here tonight. He's on other boards and represents, and he says they've dealt with it. Broken Arrow City Attorney agreed. It's not a violation. Now, again, the idea is you want to do what we did tonight,
Yeah.
if you know you need it, but it's not a violation of the Open Meeting Act, what we did last time. So I think this allows us to plan, though, accordingly when we feel the need. That's the plan, that's the reason for the ordinance.
Thank you.
I want to make a motion to approve number 10.
Second,
Larry made the motion, second by Dan. Larry,
Yes.
Jason,
Yes.
Mark,
Yes.
Dan,
yes,
Darlene.
yes. Number 11, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve ordinance 2026-05, creating the position of town planner. Oh, my goodness, before we do that, this is the last time.
Didn't sign up for that one.
Yeah, it is. Yes. This is the last time that I call on you tonight. Do you understand?
You signed up for every one of them.
So
I signed up for 15.
get up there and say what you gotta say and then shut your mouth.
What was I gonna say on that one? Oh, it was a question. Who, so I know we have the planning and zoning committee currently. Who is responsible for recommending the planning and zoning to that committee? Is it my understanding that they are yes, no, but they are not bringing the suggestions for the planning? Is it town administrator's job to provide that committee with the initial zoning request? Or is it citizen at large brings the committee a request? That was my question.
I mean, if I understand you, an application is filed for rezoning and whatever information they have, and it probably comes through Scott's
And
hands,
it goes to the
but,
town administrator.
and then it's set for hearing on the planning and zoning agenda. They consider it, make recommendations, and then that ultimately makes it here.
Does that planning and zoning committee today, and does this town planner position intend to be the actual planning council to develop your comprehensive plans, or will that still be semi-outsourced?
You know, I don't know. I mean, I think,
Is this planner the source of that? No
We
idea.
haven't explored that.
Fair enough. But right now, that's outsourced, right? The planning and zoning committee is not creating the comprehensive plan.
the comprehensive plan is just a recommendation. It has no legal basis whatsoever. It's a recommendation.
we did
So-
outsource it though last time we
Right.
created it, I think. when-
And so when we go to update it, we could probably outsource it, or we may do a
But
committee
it's not that committee
to,
that's making that currently, right? Like your
No.
overarching zoning plan does not come from that committee
No.
necessarily. Okay.
it's kind of a bigger, broader decision.
Yeah.
Usually hired by, I think last thing, Grand Gateway done it last time, didn't they?
That was,
I think
that was the question.
It does come through the planning commission, but it was,
Not
all the
developed-
work
yeah,
was done outside. I think Lawler was involved in that as well. And at the time, he was basically the town planner.
Okay, so I read it. It's pretty in-depth. I think it's all right. I mean, we can also, this is something else we could go back and add to it or modify it later if we needed to. But it gives us a baseline and kind of what we need to advertise for somebody to fill the position. So, I'm gonna make a motion to approve item number 11, which is ordinance 2026-05, creating the position of town planner.
I'll second.
Dan made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to hire town planner. Scott?
We have been advertising on the bulletin board for a part-time position. I'm back suggesting that James Schaefer be considered for that. He's been doing that voluntarily for 3 or 4 years. For the few hours a week that we need, I think he's the right candidate. I don't think we'll find another part-time person to do that.
Is he the only one that has applied?
Yes. And I'll be honest with you, I need help. I need help now. This has been put off 6 weeks, and I need help.
Your thoughts, gentlemen?
I think that you have to go outside the city for this position. And I don't care if we have to advertise in the Tulsa paper or the state's website or wherever it is, but I think we ought to at least reach out and do some advertising outside of the Claremore Progress to state agencies. I think we can advertise this on OML's or the state's website too, that you're looking for this position.
And what's wrong with having somebody from here in town for this position?
Because you're talking about planning and zoning and code enforcement.
Code enforcement is not included in this.
And the person that you're willing to put in front of it works for a real estate office. And that's gonna be a conflict of interest whenever they're representing a zoning change, or they're having to work a zoning change for somebody that their company is representing. Nothing personally against him. I mean, I think he's a great guy, but I just don't think that's the perception that we need to put out there. Oh, I did it for free. So, that's my thoughts on it.
Mark, you have any thoughts on this?
Well, I've seen James work with Scott, Wes, Tommy, and I know you're right in it too.
Yeah, I'm staying out of that one.
Where's Nathan at? He already leave?
He did.
I agree with Darlene that a guy that's in Inola, invested in Inola, that he would be a good choice. I'm gonna nominate him, James Schaefer, as town planner.
Mark, did you have any comments on this?
I like James a lot. I kind of worry that, there would, any favoritism and some, that may come back on us at the city with him being on the planning commission and also working for a real estate agent here in town. We all remember what happened with Lawler, who was working for the developer on the Dollar General, the Family Dollar, and the chaos that went on over there. I don't think that would happen with James, but we're always in the spotlight, especially right now, and any little thing, everybody's taking scrutiny. I don't know if there's any agreement that should be signed that he would exclude himself if something would happen to come his way at the real estate agency or something like that, that he would have to exclude himself, and then we'd have to find somebody outside, or maybe use him right now as a part-time and advertise. But I think there should be something that put into place, because of the situation that we're in and how we are in the spotlight so much.
James, I see you over there. Would you like to make a comment on this?
I know you guys are tired. I'll be quick. Planning and zoning isn't a decision where we get to make it because we like it. If there's a zoning change, there are steps that have to be met by the individual requesting the zoning change. If they don't meet the 5 steps, we're not going to recommend. Planning and zoning is a recommending entity to you. We don't get to change it. We recommend it. And they have to meet the criteria that is set by this board. If they don't, and that's one of the things in pre-application that I currently talk to them about. You've got to meet this. Talked to an individual yesterday who wants to do car painting and sandblasting in light industrial. It works there, but they have to meet the OSHA requirements. They have to meet all of the EPA requirements. If they can't do that, it can't be recommended. I can't, with that group of people that I have, say, well, it's been Skip, okay? Because Skip works at the office, so I must be doing, and it's not, I've not heard anyone here say it, but I've heard it in the public. I'm doing him a favor. No. Does it meet the requirements? I understand. If you don't want me, I'm okay with that. I understand, but I don't see the conflict, because it's not simply because I've got one who voted no because they were afraid it would raise the taxes. Nowhere in the requirements do we look at, does it raise the taxes? We don't look at, does it flood? It's not one of the questions. Someone else answers that question beyond planning and zoning. I'll leave the decision up to you. It's entirely yours to make. I appreciate your time. We'll get out of here soon.
I'll second that motion.
Larry made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
No.
Darlene?
Yes.
We do need to address the compensation rate.
It's not on here. How do they, Tommy, how do
We have it to hire a town planner, so we can hire him. We typically would hire at whatever rate we want to hire.
Okay, so what do y'all think that is the right rate? That way he can make his motion again, saying, paying at so much an hour. What do you think?
Personally, I would recommend $22 an hour. It does not receive any benefits. That's where I would suggest we start.
Do you have number of hours?
What's that?
Number of hours?
At the moment, I'm gonna guess we're at 20 hours a week. Part-time is anything under 32. And this position at this point, I think, is a 32 or less, based upon the demand.
So Larry, do you want to make that motion over again and at the, how much an hour and how many hours a week in there?
Okay, I'll make a motion to have it set its salary at $22 an hour, 20 hours a week.
I'll second.
Larry made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
No.
Darlene?
Yes. Okay, discussion, consideration, and possible action to accept or reject the sale of items that have been for sale on gavdeals.com. Scott?
Okay, the auction ended today at noon, basically, on all the items listed A through E. Item A, we got no bids. That was the double-wide mobile home. I will give you the prices for the rest. The carport came in at $525. The shop building, which will have to be taken apart and removed, $500. The 2014 Ford Fusion came in at $7,150. And the miscellaneous equipment that came off of the police cars that we sold some time ago was $32. I personally recommend you accept items B through E.
Make a motion to accept items B through E for item number 13.
No, second.
Dan made the motion, second by Darlene. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to allow the Inola Nursing Home to be allowed to use Lemming Park for the annual 4th of July fireworks. We always do this. So I'm going to make a motion to approve number 14.
Second.
Darlene made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve the Rogers County Interlog Corporation Agreement. Whatever. Was that it?
Unless you're gonna throw him out, he signed up to speak for this.
It's the last one, it's the last one. I had a question.
You know what falls under, when a man says, I have a question, and he says it several times in one night? You're not gonna come to the next one. Go ahead.
My question was, is this a ceding of authority by giving them the inspection such
Bless you.
that an industrial complex in the city limits of Inola can justify a de-annexation on the basis you don't provide any service? Does this help in that argument?
This is our annual agreement with them to do our road work.
I thought this also included, according to the wording of it, the inspection services.
For roads.
They do our permitting work in the industrial park.
Okay, so it is the permitting work. I just didn't know
And
if
the
that
inspections we
related,
outsource.
but it is for the permitting work related to the industrial.
Yes.
Good. Make a motion to approve 15.
I'll second.
Larry made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Number 17. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve Cub's task order to, what are we doing? Evaluate stormwater issues in the east side of the town that runs into Pea Creek.
Real quick, we did Town Creek and did that drainage study. This is the basin south of it. This would be the basin that flooded last week in front of the sanitary sewer. Primarily, roughly everything south of Commercial that runs into Pea Creek and around the town. I was asked to prepare a task order to present to the council for reviewing that. At this stage right now, I've been asked just to stop it at the existing conditions and come back later for doing recommendations and developing a planning document for what needs to be done in that area. The task order would be for $40,990.
So, a little more color on that, we are pursuing funding for items that we identified on Town Creek. We had some major water issues on Pea Creek the last week or two. But also within that, I'm hopeful, or Southeast Boulevard, needs to be widened and expanded. So we're kind of getting ahead to determine what size that bridge will need to be.
We're talking about Willow or Southwest Boulevard?
Southeast Boulevard,
Oh, okay.
that bridge there has been looked at, and the Muscogee Creek Nation may play a part in that. But we don't know how big that bridge needs to be till we understand the water study. Then we're gonna start backing up, and part of the study he's doing now will help us start working our way back north from there. Because we've got a lot of flooding issues on D and C Street. So we're gonna have to take it in chunks. It'll also allow me to start going after some potential forgivable money and stuff from OWRB. But we gotta have some numbers behind our process.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion to approve item number 17 for $41,000.
I'll second.
Dan made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. 18, discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve replacement of damaged sidewalks and driveways on Heather Road.
So I sent out a request for 3 quotes. I got 1 back, Tommy. I did document the emails I sent out for 3. It's late. That bid was for $14,998. It was submitted with unit prices, so we can extend or subtract as the amount does. But that would replace combined, it's 1 driveway that 2 houses use, and then another driveway that houses house numbers 461, 457, and 453 on Heather Road. What happened was when they replaced the street there, there was not enough joint expansion, and it caused during the heating, it caused the driveways to buckle up to where I spoke to one homeowner. They're actually dragging their car as they're pulling in. That also creates a tripping hazard for the sidewalk because, and I could show pictures, but it's late, but you can actually see underneath the sidewalk, the driveway there when it, just 2 weeks ago, and it's only gonna get worse as it gets
So you
older.
happy with the bid?
Very good prices.
I make a
Actually,
motion. I make a
very good
motion.
prices.
Approve item number 18 for 15,000.
I want us to be transparent on this. This also involves Mark's driveway.
It's still, if it was,
It is a need, but I want to make sure everybody knows, Mark's car's dragging.
okay, I didn't know it was Mark's driveway, and I'm still making a motion.
Okay.
He was gonna
I'll
recuse
second it.
himself.
I'll second that
Mark and
motion.
abstain, and that way you don't have to
Yeah.
worry about it.
Dan made the motion, second by Darlene. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Abstain.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion and consideration and possible action to place the order for a new replacement police car. Mr. Scott.
And we'll be back at next meeting, hopefully we will be a lot shorter, and so we paused on insurance claims. We had, I think, at least 7 vehicles damaged in the hail a few weeks ago. At least 1 police car has been totaled, and another car we're anticipating will be totaled. We may want to buy it for damage, but we also have 1, possibly 2 vehicles that are going to need to be replaced this coming year. So I would like permission to go ahead and approval to proceed with ordering another police car fully outfitted for $65,000.
I make a motion to approve item number 19 for 65,000.
I'll second
Second.
that.
Dan made the motion, second by Darlene. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to approve new E911 and dispatch services agreements for both Inola Fire Department and Inola Police Department. Scott?
This is our agreement we do annually. It has the new increased rates. Then we've argued, wrestled, and everything else with the 911 call center over the rates. They did not proceed with the rate increases they had originally thought. We did take a minor increase for this year, and we'll have to negotiate more with them for next year. All the departments are seeing it throughout the county.
What was the increase?
I believe it was 5%, I believe is what they went up, and they
Okay.
were asking for a significant amount more.
With an additional
$100 plus 5%, so. It's not huge to us, but it is, we are challenging their methodology on that, how they calculate that.
Make a motion to approve item number 20.
I'll second.
Dan made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action to accept April Pageant's resignation as town treasurer July the 5th. I do not accept that.
I do want to go ahead and explain that one at this point. April, we did not want to take April's resignation, and as of this morning, we are asking you to take no action on this one. She is taking a new job, and she will be starting that next week, but in order for us to transition through the training processes and all, I wanted her to still stay on our payroll, and she would be paid as a part-time employee based on the hours she works. After that training has taken place, then we will proceed with accepting her resignation.
Make a motion that we table item number 21.
Second.
Take no action.
Take no
Excuse me.
action.
Take no action. Make a motion we take no action on 21.
I'll second that.
Dan made the motion, second by Darlene. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Okay, we're on a roll here, guys. I'm gonna make a motion that we're gonna go to PWA at 12:26.
I'll second.
Darlene made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. April, will you do roll?
Larry?
Here.
Jason?
Here.
Mark?
Here.
Dan?
Here.
Darlene?
Yeah, here. Approval of previous regular meeting minutes is printed.
I make a motion to approve previous regular meeting minutes as printed.
I'll second.
Mark made the motion, second by Darlene. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the work to replace pumps and electronic equipment for lift station number 2. Dwayne?
This is a reallocation of our grant from our ARPA. We had some leftover funds. What we'd like to do is reallocate those to rehab of lift station number 2, which is on 600 Road, west of town. Roping and riding go into it and then get pumped back. So basically, we had leftover from our allocation. We'd like to reuse those funds. I got 2 quotes. I recommend taking the one for $85,775 with L&L Construction.
I'll make a motion to approve item number 2 for 85,000. Did you say 500? Or just 85,000 even?
$85,775.
$85,775.
I'll second.
Dan made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Discussion, consideration, and possible action regarding the purchase of a new generator for the lift station 2. Dwayne?
This same thing, this is reallocation of funds that we already have, so it's just moving the funds from leftover to purchase a generator at the same lift station 2. I recommend, we got 3 quotes. I recommend on this one, we not take the cheapest quote, but we take the next cheapest for $32,950 because it's a 60 kW and it has the shorter delivery time. The other was a 30 kW. I'd rather have, well, it'll last longer and if we don't work it as hard. So my recommendation is for the $5,000 difference, we get the better equipment.
Make a motion to approve item number 3 for $32,950.
I'll second.
Was it 50 or 60? 960 or 50?
He said 950, didn't he? 32,950?
$32,950.
Okay.
Was the quote. On this, that's the quote.
Yeah.
So I'll bring back any changes that need to be approved.
Dan made the motion, second by Darlene. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Approval of purchase orders is initial.
I make a motion to approve purchase orders as initial.
Second.
Mark made the motion, second by Dan. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. I'm going to make a motion to adjourn the meeting of the Inola Public Works Authority and return to regular session at 12:30.
Second.
Darlene made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. I'm going to make a motion to return from PWA at 12:30.
Second.
Darlene made the motion, second by Mark. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes. Approval of purchase orders is initial.
I make a motion to approve purchase orders as initial.
Second.
Mark made the motion, second by Dan. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
What is that? Yes. What?
Did I miss this? The special meeting minutes? Well, I mean, we
wasn't
can get
on
them
here.
It
It wasn't on here.
Next agenda? Yeah, well, I was just, I might have been asleep by then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. It's time for mayor's comments. I want to thank those gentlemen back there for the wonderful job they do. Thank you for everything you do for our town. The next meeting, make sure this man doesn't get in the door. Okay? I want to thank all of these gentlemen over here for everything they do for this town and for helping me to make it through. I want to thank him for everything, for being such an excellent lawyer. Scott, thank you for everything you do for us. And I hope you all have a wonderful 4th of July. Please be safe. Don't stop me because I'll be drinking. So I'm going to make a motion to adjourn at 12:32.
Second.
Darlene made the motion, second by Dan. Larry?
Yes.
Jason?
Yes.
Mark?
Yes.
Dan?
Yes.
Darlene?
Yes.